Hey everybody, how you doing? Good to see you today. Welcome to Beatle Brad. Hope y'all are doing well today. Um, just to let you know, I'm feeling a little better, so I thought I'd get a video out to y'all. I've been under the weather for quite a while. I've had an upper respiratory system and have been taking medicine. Whew, wild and crazy. But anyway, I know you'd love to hear all about my health issues, but I'm going to talk about Beatles. I'm getting ready to start a series. So, this is a little bit different, a little bit than just pulling out an album and saying, this is Revolver, blah, blah, blah about Revolver or Magical Mystery Tour or Abbey Road. As a collector, you kind of go a little bit deeper sometimes when you start collecting for a band. You start searching out vinyl albums or CDs or even cassettes and videos of this band, and you start collecting stuff that is demos, home recordings, live recordings, mistakes, outtakes, recording sessions. And the neat part about a lot of these albums that I've got and a lot that I'm going to be showing you throughout the series is they show different covers than what you expect for a regular album. So a lot of these are fantastic albums, and I love anything with a different Beatles cover album. I thoroughly will buy almost just because of the album cover. So they are absolutely fantastic albums to purchase. And like I said, a lot of these are done very, very good recordings. They have gotten a whole lot better recently, and then a lot of them in the early days, like I'll show you throughout the series, there were very, very poor recordings. But I think you'll understand as I go along. I know I'm kind of jabbering and not making much sense. But I'm going to start off with actually one of my very favorite Beatle bootlegs, imports, is this one. And this is the Beatles Decca Sessions. And this is the complete Decca Sessions. Yes, they've released some of this before, but a lot of this has not been released. And there's only one listing here of what's on here, but there's a lot of great stuff that's on this album that ended up being on the anthology. And the sound quality of this is fantastic. So this was, show you the gatefold, not great. The Decca Sessions, the Beatles did this in 1962, January 1st, 1962 is when they did this. But this album wasn't done then. It was done in 1980. So this album was done in 1980. And those great pictures. Also, with a lot of these recordings, you get fantastic pictures that either you have not seen or you get an alternate picture that you've never seen. There's side one, side two. Okay, this could be side two, this could be side one. Beatle Brad records all of his stuff, and I put them onto CD. So back in the day, I used to put them on cassette. Now they're on CD. And this keeps them in better shape. These are all in absolute mint condition. This is a 2-record set. Partial of this has been released, but not the whole thing. They really do need to release the rest of this. This is really terrific. There's some very, very good songs on these Decca Sessions. But like I said, this series was released in 1980. And it's held up, I think, over as time's gone by, being a fantastic, fantastic album. This next series, we're going to kind of bounce back and forth from albums to CDs to kind of different media, just to kind of get you a flavor and kind of the feel of a lot of this. This is on vinyl as well. This is the Beatles Unsurpassed Masters, Volume 1 and 2. This is on vinyl, as I said. This is a terrific album. Really, really good. I love that picture. Isn't that great? See, we're starting off already with a terrific picture, and then we go to the back and we get another fantastic Beatle picture. If I can get it in there. Another fantastic Beatle picture. And then this is the song listings on the album itself, which has really got a lot of very, very rare, even though you say, oh, yeah, okay, I've seen Paperback Writer. Let me turn this a little bit. I've seen Paperback Writer, and I've seen Rain, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've seen all that. But these are alternate takes. These are takes that, you know, they may be in the studio, and they go, oh, George, you messed up, you know, and they all start giggling and laughing, and it's fun. Or, you know, John will mess up, or Paul will mess up. Ringo never messes up. He's a perfect Beatle. Yeah, I know. I'm just playing with y'all, just having fun. This is the... Now we're starting to get into a actual Beatles record label. Excuse me. Sorry. We're actually getting into a record label itself, which is kind of neat. Some of these had labels, some of them didn't. It all depends on who the manufacturer was. As you will see in the series that I'm doing, there were tons of different ones. There's Yellow Cat, there's Yellow Dog, there is Swinging Pig, and there's a couple different variations of the RCA Dog one, which we'll be getting into. And there's tons more, and I will show those as time goes on, as we discuss more and more of the albums. Many different variations of the albums, many different variations of all of the songs and all that kind of stuff. I really wish I could play some of the songs for you, but I know I would get in trouble for that and get flagged, so I apologize that I can't. This is cool. This is volume 3 and 4. This has got a lot of great stuff, and the neat thing is, look at this. This is an alternate picture of the album that you and I, all of us know is Revolver, but this is a color picture of Revolver as well. I know it's very hard, and I apologize, but the songs are in red. There's the song listings and stuff like that there. So I can get that to come out a little better. There's a song on here which is called 1 and 1 is 2. That it's a Beatles song, and it's by Paul. Still has not been released legit-wise. Yes, it's on many different bootlegs. There are a couple songs on here that have never been released before. And people say, oh, well, it's all, you know, there's still stuff in the vaults. Well, there is some stuff. It's actually one of the better songs. This is a great recording. This series, Unsurpassed, the vinyl that I'm showing you is just magnificent. The sound quality of it is fantastic. And I love it because it's like you're right there in the studio with them. And they'll say, okay, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. They count off, and then they will change the words, or they'll change the lyrics, or they'll change an instrument in the real recording. So you never know what you're getting in these albums, because when you purchase these, you get different recordings of all of them. And the fantastic thing is they're all different, and they've all got something different, and they're all really fantastic. I really plug this a lot, and I'm probably going overboard with it because I really enjoy this. I really get into this a lot, of the bootlegs, imports. That's a terrific color shot, and this is volume 5 and 6. And on the back, we've got another guest friend who's joined us, and that's Yoko with the rest of the lads. And there's the song listing there. We get a lot of renditions of Strawberry Fields. So when the actual Strawberry Field came out for the box set for the Beatles Sgt. Pepper box set, I already had it. You know, it was years that I've had this. This series on vinyl came out in '81. Like I said, you know, my albums are all in fantastic shape. I learned this trick from John Lennon. John Lennon and Yoko were living in the Village in New York City, and he found a record store that had just tons and tons of all these albums, and John bought them. Just went in there and bought album after album. And John Lennon said that, oh, I recorded all of them and put them on cassette right away, so I'd have them all in perfect shape and perfect mint condition. So I kind of liked that idea. So I started right off the bat. When I get these albums, I put them on cassette. And I know the world's changed, and yeah, we're not in cassette anymore. We're on CD. So I have transferred them all onto CD. So all of these albums that I'm showing you, I've played probably once or twice, or maybe just once in a while we'll get into it and play the album itself. But it's fun because I've got them all on CD as well, just to keep them in better shape. All right. Let me jump over, and we're going to show a couple of these. This one is on CD. I transferred this one, the first one, the very first Decca one that I showed you. And this is on CD. And I made this opening up CD like that as well. Excuse me. Then this is a different CD series. It kind of follows the Unsurpassed CDs, but this is Unsurpassed on CDs, and these are fantastic. You can still find all of this that I'm showing you. I know a lot of this is all on out there, just out on the internet to download and all that kind of stuff. If you get a chance, listen to some of these. These are actually fantastic. This is Unsurpassed Masters. This is Volume 2. I love the alternate pictures. Here's the songs, like I said, and here's Yellow Dog, which is one of the labels that we'll be getting into and discussing. And as you open it up, there's the CD, and there's a great picture. Terrific picture of them. Get my finger out of the way there. There we go. Some of these I hope are my thumbnails, but they never appear. Always hope they do. Another great picture there. Back it up a little bit so you get both of them. So yeah, this is kind of a hard topic, I think, because you just don't jump into them like saying, well, this was released of November of '65 as the Beatles came out in America. It's kind of a hard series to just jump into and start saying, well, this is when this came out and when this came out. Lots of times they give you false information saying this was printed in Wisconsin, or they'll say this was printed in Germany, just to throw things off. Great pictures there. Look at that. Isn't that a nice one? Yeah, so let's see. That was volume. I'm kind of lost on these. Volume 3, and this is volume 4. These are still very, very good, like I said. A lot of great stuff on here. With the song takes and everything. This is Yellow Dog as well. No picture on that. And this is volume 5. And that's them standing out in front of John, as he called it, his big roller. That's his Rolls Royce that John purchased. It's not the same Rolls Royce as the Rolls Royce, which is the psychedelic one. I know you're all thinking that's it, but no, that's a different one. This one is from '69. See, we're into Yellow Dog again. This one is from 1969. It's a Phantom 5 Rolls Royce. I'm also a big car person. So that's a 69 Rolls Royce Phantom 5. And the one that John had that was painted psychedelic was a 65. That's where I was going with that. So, make a long story longer. I've got so much to talk about in this series. I know I'm probably talking way too much now, but I have a lot of fun showing these and talking about these. I enjoy their albums, every single one of them, but to get these albums that are different, these are actually fantastic, and these are really, really good. I know I keep saying that. I know I need to not say fantastic. But Yellow Dog, you can't go wrong with any of those. Then this is number 7. And I believe, and I'm almost positive that that's where they end, is number 7 on this series by doing these. This opens up like this as well. I meant to show you also the cool thing about this one and this one. They kind of go into showing the Beatles bubblegum cards. So isn't that kind of cool? You know, kind of give you a little bit of something different of the Beatles bubblegum cards. Well, it's kind of the start of my series. I hope you will enjoy this. A splendid time is guaranteed for all. So yeah, that's kind of the beginning of the series of that. I hope you enjoyed it, like I said. I want to say hi to Paul, Fit to be Tie-Dyed. He recently did a video of having to put his dog down, and I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you as we all were grieving with you. Paul has done recently a new video. You need to see it. It's exciting and fun. It's really good. I don't want to give it away, but Paul has got some fantastic information. So Paul is a great guy. If you haven't watched his Fit to be Tie-Dyed series, it's great. And today is March the 2nd. So in Beatles history, in 1964, they started doing the filming and making of Hard Day's Night. So today is actually kind of a fun historical day where they started filming Hard Day's Night. And also George Harrison, that's one of the Beatles, met and fell in love with Pattie Boyd. So that's fantastic. So Pattie Boyd and George Harrison met and fell in love. And that's terrific. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of sample of one of these from the Unsurpassed Masters.
Okay, go.
So this is them doing Paperback Writer. This is great. Love this so much. And it's a lot more fun to listen to these. All right, well, vinyl community, hope you're all doing well, like I said. And as I say, I am out of here. So take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. So take care. See ya. Ending with Paperback Writer, like I said.